Welcome back, everyone. It's time for another segment of What the Hollywood. Jeremy, you're a big fan of the royal family and royal news, so I wanted to get your opinions on this first story, okay? Over the weekend, the British Guards were practicing for King Charles III's 75th birthday parade and celebration.
Oh gosh, there's another festivity?
I know, right? Like so soon after the coronation. Well, he doesn't technically turn 75 until November. However, it's going to be too cold according to palace officials, so they decided let's do it in the middle of the summer. So they're gearing up for it now, but here's the issue with practicing in the summer. The British Guards were passing out and dropping like flies left and right. It was about 86 degrees over the weekend. This video will show you they're rushing to them with a little gurney thing.
Oh my gosh!
Look, poor guy. They're all lined up. There were people playing, musical instruments that were passing out. Look how quickly he gets up.
Oh my!
But they had medics coming in and taking him out on these little gurney things, and it just kept happening. Soldier after soldier after guard after guard.
Yeah, you know what? Better you have it while it's too hot and not too cold.
Exactly.
Is it really that cold in November? Because they're wearing warm clothes. They could do this in November.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. So, okay, I'm glad you mentioned that. Well, Prince William was aware of the astonishing news and tweeted out his well wishes to the guards. He tweeted, quote, "A big thank you to every soldier who took part in the Colonel's Review this morning in the heat. Difficult conditions, but you all did a really good job. Thank you, W." Now, how can you do a really good job when you're passing out from the heat? Like, I don't know. It's so detached. Like, I get he has to say something, but it's so.
I'm not in favor.
Right.
Well, here's the thing too, because they always have done this. They always put everything off till the summer for hopefully good weather, because England is notorious for their bad weather.
Right.
So even the Queen's birthday, the coronations, everything that happens, they put it in the summer.
Right.
I'm saying, you know what? In the wintertime, it's easy to bundle up with warm clothes.
Right.
In the summertime,
it's real hot.
It's real hot. You can't take off all the clothes.
You can't take off all the clothes.
I'm just saying, have an event on the day.
And the 86 degrees was about 20 degrees hotter than normal for this time. So that's another added layer.
The world.
Yeah, a little irresponsible if you ask me. But let's move on to some celebrity dating news. Tom Brady may have found a romantic spark in supermodel Irina Shayk. Now, Shayk has famously dated Bradley Cooper. They have a daughter together, and Tom Brady is newly divorced, single, and ready to mingle. So it was reported that over the weekend, both Irina and Tom attended a friend's wedding in Sardinia, Italy, and it's been reported that she, quote, threw herself at Tom Brady.
That's drama.
She threw herself. Wow. Well, now a source is saying this story is completely false. It is a totally malicious and fictional account of the evening. And it turns out that Brady and Shayk's relationship is purely platonic, and they are just friends. But if you know anything about pop culture, you know the just friends line can open up a massive can of worms, and really they're not just friends, they're more than just friends. So, I don't know, both are still single at this point in time. I just like how they said Irina Shayk threw herself at Tom Brady. Because, I mean, she's a supermodel, so like why would she be throwing herself at Tom Brady?
Maybe she's really attracted to him.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe she's like, yeah, let's do this.
Are you a Brady fan?
No.
Oh, okay, yeah. I kind of find him just
only
dull.
Because I'm sort of jealous of him and his life and his looks and his talent and his career.
Do you think his marriage could have if he had not gone back to football, would he still be married?
Yes. You were not on the show at the time, but when that happened the first time, we all had said, had he stuck to his agreement with Giselle, we all think he would have stayed married, because that's a big thing when you're looking forward to spending time with the kids and the wife and doing stuff, and you're like,
big smack. Yeah.
It's a big smack, a metaphorical smack in the face.
Metaphorical smack. Okay. Parenting. Granted, I am a dog parent, so that's what I base parenting off of, but I know that it is a full-time job in and of itself, very difficult, and it becomes increasingly harder when a divorce happens, especially with underage kids. However, that is not how Jennifer Garner, love her, is looking at it. The actress shares 3 children with ex-husband Ben Affleck, who is now married to Jennifer Lopez. She recently appeared in Variety's Actors on Actors series, basically. It's in the name. Actors are talking to actors. So she sat down to Cheryl Lee Ralph, and she said, all the mess of parenting, it's a gift. Now, she didn't go into too much detail about the whole co-parenting situation with Affleck, but she did admit that her kids prefer to watch their dad on television in movies than they do her. She said they don't mind watching their dad, but they kind of want me to be their mom. They don't want to see me upset, and women cry more in what we do, and they don't want to see me in anything romantic. So
I watched part of this, and I was loving her take on all the jobs she did before she was famous. How she goes, you're always still that person. She goes, I've waited tables, I was the janitor, I did this. I worked on sets where I was just the gopher. And she goes, you always feel that way, and you always want to be a team player.
Yeah.
You always feel like you're not good enough. You want to be the actor, but when you're there, she goes, it's all a team. And I really respected that about her.
Absolutely. Well,
she seems so nice.
And she kind of grew up on a farm, I think, and so she's always kept that with her. I actually talked to her at the 2022 Oscars. I was in the green room cater waiting, and she was so sweet. She was like, do you have like any mac and cheese or something? We didn't, but I found something similar to it that we were offering, and so I chased her down. I was like, sorry, Jen, here are the mac and cheese like bites or whatever. She's like, oh my gosh, I was totally joking, but like A for effort, girl. You're my favorite. What's your name? And I was like, I'm Maddie. I'm Maddie. Thank you. Thank you. So
yeah,
super
she seems like she's very nice.
Very sweet.
She seems like, this might be controversial, too nice for Ben Affleck, I'll just be honest.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And
too nice.
You know, but they get along great. That's the good part. They are co-parenting 3 underage, kids. One's going to be 18 soon, and her and Jennifer Lopez get along really well.
Well, that's at least good for the kids.
Yes.
Did you see the photo last year of her walking with her oldest daughter, and they look like identical twins?
Yes.
I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, Violet, Serafina, and Benjamin, I believe, are the kids.
The oldest daughter, that was like spitting image of mama.
Yeah.
Now, do you remember Jennifer Garner in Alias? Do you remember that show?
I remember the show, but I never watched it. So.
She was so awesome in that, because she is like one of those kicking and stretching and ninja top secret.
Is she slashing?
Slashing the villains. She's slashing the bad guys, Maddie.
Slashing the bad guys.
Yeah.
Okay, well, royalty was spilt over the weekend. People were passing out. Tom Brady is not dating Irina Shayk, and Jennifer Garner is an amazing person.
And she's nice.
And
she gets my votes.
And that's what the Hollywood.
All right, guys, don't go anywhere. So much more fun on Ozarks Fox AM coming up right after this. And now we're going to go find that puppy.